not. As Dwight on the mound for the Tidewater Tides tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Zahn.
And I'm Diana Morgan. Baseball fans across the nation watch the return of Dwight Gooden after a battle with drugs. We'll have a live report a little bit later.
But first, an important development in Portsmouth. Mayor James Holley lost his city credit cards and unlimited travel expenses.
To go out there and sit in the stands and enjoy it like all the fans. But I'll tell you what, though, it was a lot of fun.
I'm sure it was.
It was the way baseball is supposed to be played. A sellout crowd, a beautiful summer night. The attraction, Dwight Gooden's return to baseball for the first time since spending several weeks in a New York hospital undergoing cocaine rehabilitation. His stint was a brief one. He worked quickly and smoothly, throwing 39 pitches, 24 for strikes. But the main thing on Gooden's mind before the game, he said, was how would he be received by the Tidewater Tides fans? Would he be ridiculed for his drug use, or would he be welcomed back? Well, live at Met Park is John Castleberry. John, Dwight Gooden traveled to Norfolk with his own doctor. Was this more of a test of, say, his mental attitude tonight rather than his physical ability?
Well, Bruce, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it's probably a little bit of both. And at this stage of the game, maybe the mental aspect of it is more important. Physically, his arm is strong. He did throw over 90 miles an hour tonight. All things considered, though, I think that Gooden's probably very pleased with what he accomplished tonight. The number 16 was familiar, but the uniform had changed. For at least one night, Dwight Gooden was a Tidewater Tide instead of a New York Met. His drug problems seemed to be forgotten. The packed house at Met Park was thrilled to have the Cy Young Award winner in town.
He said the main thing I was concerned about last night was how the crowd would react to me. I didn't really sleep. I thought that they might be booing me. I knew it was a home crowd. I was hoping they would cheer me, but you never know. When I walked out there and heard him cheering me while I was warming up, it made me feel good inside.
Gooden wasn't terribly sharp. He walked 2, only struck out 1, but he only surrendered a first-inning double.
He was throwing about like what he would average about this time of year. I was real happy with his fastball, the way he had some life on the ball.
If Gooden were to remain with the Tides, his next start would be Sunday against Columbus. The Mets don't want that because he might possibly match up against Ron Guidry. So instead, we'll just have to wait and see if Gooden comes back to pitch for the Tides.
And then he will throw again Thursday, and within the next 2 days, the schedule will be determined on where he'll pitch next.
Thank you, John. Again, Mark Carry-On belted a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th inning to beat Richmond 5-4. Carry-On 4 for 5 tonight. Jeff Ennis gets the win in relief. He is 5-1. Meanwhile, in the major leagues, Dave Cone earned his first major league victory as the Mets beat the Cincinnati Reds 6-2. Let's take a look at the National League scoreboard. Pittsburgh bombed San Diego 12-5. It was the Mets again over Cincinnati. Atlanta beat Montreal 5-2 in the 8th inning. Houston leading Philadelphia. Pinch hitter Larry Sheets, and Sheets connects for a 3-run home run as the Orioles beat the Twins tonight 10-7. On the American League scoreboard, Chicago and the Yankees tied up in the 10th. It was Boston 3-2 over Seattle, Texas 6-1 over Cleveland, Detroit with 15 runs as they beat the Angels 15-2 in the 3rd. Oakland leading Milwaukee, and Kansas City beat Toronto 3-1. Meanwhile, they had a little rain up in the Washington area tonight, but that didn't keep the Redskins from holding day 2 of their mini camp. 50 rookies and 10 veterans on hand. And as we mentioned at 6 o'clock, the most visible player there was quarterback Jay Schrader without a contract, but he is still he was still at camp. So that's it. We're out of time. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
The defending still
fast. Smoke. I swear to God, sitting in these seats right here, you can really see it. It's quick. He must look like he's 30 feet from home plate.
Dwight's 3rd inning was 3 up, 3 down to a standing ovation. Then he led off the tied 3rd as a batter. That's a dumb management move, but brilliant showmanship. And of course, Dr. K responded with a strikeout.
Yes, it occasioned a 2nd standing ovation, and then it was over all too soon. A few fans left, and the New York media bailed out, but for a while tonight, the game in all baseball was right here in Met Park.
I'm just glad to be here to see him pitch. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the biggest things ever happened in this area.
Before the game, Gooden said he was afraid he'd be booed. He needn't have worried. Bruce Barry, News 3 Tonight.
4 months behind bars. That was the